Good evening all, welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale. Tonight we are doing a bit of a new video, and I say it's probably a one-off concept really. It might not be, you never know, depends on what I find on the supermarket shelves. I'm calling this one the Real Ale Rumble. And I really had no intention of doing this video. I was just wandering through Sainsbury's and I spotted a beer on the shelf and I thought, hang on a minute, that beer, it's marketed in a way that makes it look very, very similar to something else that I love and drink on a very regular basis. It is this beer. This beer kind of piqued my interest. From Sainsbury's, the traditional Kentish ale. And it's from the Taste the Difference range, and the bottle probably looks familiar to many of you, and there's a reason for that. It is brewed by Neame. And I looked at it and I thought, Kentish ale, Neame, 4.5%. You probably know which one I'm heading towards. It's this one. Spitfire. Yes. They look similar, you know, bottles aside. Look at the beers. They're very similar in colour. If you get them side by side on the shelf or in front of the light, you know, they look the same. The only differences are this. This one, despite being a 4.5% Kentish ale, exactly the same as Spitfire, it is listed as being smooth and fruity with crisp, refreshing flavours. Brewed by Neame, brewed and bottled in Kent, England. Whereas the Spitfire is an amber, hoppy, bitter finish with toffee and spice aromas. Now, they're probably not the same, but I thought it'd be fun just to put them side by side and see what they're like. Is there a discernible difference, or is there just something very, very similar? And like I say, both marketed as a Kentish ale. This one on the main label, as you can see, and Spitfire up on the neck label, right up there, look. So this is just going to be a bit of fun really. Put them side by side and see what the differences are. And we're going to push it mainly as a Kentish ale review. But it's just, yeah, you get the gist of where I'm going with this one, I think, maybe. If not, rewind, start again. You might get it then. I still don't know if I get it. But anyway, let's crack on. So we're going to open the Sainsbury's Taste the Difference traditional Kentish ale, and we're going to pour it into the Worthington's glass. The pour is exactly as it looks at the bottle, kind of verging on amber, a little bit golden. Straight away it smells hoppy. It looks good. It's got a good level of carbonation. We've got 2-finger sort of off-white head, clear as a bell. You know, nothing untoward and scary there. Let's just top that off with that last little bit. Looks a good pint of beer, doesn't it? You know, let's have a whiff. It smells hoppy. There we are. So, traditional Kentish ale from Sainsbury's Taste the Difference range in that glass. Into the Guinness glass, and I really need to rectify this. I need a Neame glass. Is going to go the Spitfire. And everyone knows and loves, well, I say, not everyone knows it, not everyone loves it. I do. I'm going to pour the Spitfire, and the pour is as expected. Amber in colour, good levels of carbonation. Not as much head to this one, but we can rectify that with a slightly aggressive last bit of the pour. And there we have it. In the glass, it is actually slightly darker. Look very similar in the bottle. There's a subtle difference in the bottle. The Spitfire does look a little darker. But, you know, side by side, they're great looking ales. You know, in the glass, no real discernible difference. From the lighting perspective, this one is a little paler. The head difference is noticeable though. Look at that. The Spitfire is reduced quite heavily, whereas the traditional Kentish has maintained its head. So we all know and love Spitfire, so we're going to taste that one second. I'm going to taste this one first of all. So, hoppy, crystal malts on the aroma. little bit of caramel, maybe a little bit of the fruit they mentioned on the bottle. Did they mention any particular fruits? It says a smooth and fruity beer bursting with refreshing flavours of citrus fruit, so there we go, combined with rounded malty notes. This crisp and citrusy beer is produced in Kent by the UK's oldest brewer, Shepherd Neame, who've been making beer on site since 1698. Nothing we don't already know. It's brewed using a single hop variety, Kentish Goldings, to give a light malty beer with fresh floral aromas. I'm not getting anything floral. Spicy maybe, but not floral. It says, serve slightly chilled and enjoy the fresh characteristics of this ale with grilled chicken, ham and mild cheese. Well, I have no grilled chicken, ham or mild cheese, so I'm just going to enjoy it with a Spitfire, really. Beer with beer. Always works. Cheers. It's not a Spitfire. It's a cleaner, lighter tasting Spitfire. It's not as heavy on the malt. It's a sweeter malt, and it is a little bit hoppier. It's not hugely hoppy. It's not hugely bitter either. I expect normally a bit more bitterness from Goldings, but not a huge amount more. It's a light body, clean and crisp taste. The finish is short, it's sweet, and more malty than anything. There is a subtle hop present. It's not big in any way, shape or form though, but it is a nice drinking ale. It's one that would be so much better on cask than it is in the bowl. It would be a bit of a smoother delivery. It would be a little bit better, better cask conditioned, get a little bit more oomph to it. Now, we're going to compare it to the Real Ale Titan that is Spitfire in the Guinness glass. So, bottoms up. Yeah, Spitfire is darker malts. It's a little bit hoppy, a little bit bitter in comparison. It's a different drink entirely. Spitfire is, like I say, bitter in comparison, hoppier. Well, not hoppier, maltier. And overall, a bit of a darker overall profile. Whereas the traditional Kentish ale from Shepherd Neame via Sainsbury's is cleaner, lighter, crisper, hoppier. Has it got citrus fruit in it? Not in any big way. You could loosely say there is a little bit of a citrus flavour going on, but it's that loose. Put it this way, your shoes would be falling off. It's a nice summery beer. It's a real ale for those who want to drink it in the summer and fancy something a little bit lighter that isn't going to kind of make you feel a little bit bloated and heavy. All in all, it's quite nice. So, Spitfire aside, pop this one down. Traditional Kentish ale. What do we think of you? Would we buy you again? Well, I've got easy access to Sainsbury's and it's a sensible price. It was £1.80 a bottle. Sainsbury's don't really believe in the £4 for £6 offer, so it is always £1.80. Do I think it's worth £1.80? Yeah, I do. Would I buy it again? I would. I really would. It's a slightly... what's the word I'm looking for? Tweaked traditional Kentish ale. It's lighter than what I would normally have from Shepherd Neame. I prefer the darker beers. Spitfire 1698 is an absolute stunning beer. This one is much lighter. It's a little bit more akin to Master Brew. Master Brew is a little bit sort of lower in ABV and a little bit lighter on the flavour. But this is a good middle ground, is the old Kentish ale. If you like Master Brew, but always wanted a little bit more than that, but a little bit less than Spitfire in terms of the malt character, then this would be one to go for. Yes, it's marketed up as a Sainsbury's beer, but it is from Shepherd Neame. It's even got Shepherd Neame bottles, 1698, Britain's oldest brewer, and it even, it's a Shepherd Neame bottle with Sainsbury's label, so it's a Shepherd Neame beer. Don't care whose name is on it, it's Shepherd Neame beer, and it's a good one. Would I rush out and buy it again? Yeah, I would. I would absolutely rush out and buy this again because I like my slightly sweeter ales on occasion. And if I was looking for one, I would pick this one happily because it's easier for me to get than Master Brew. So I can only get that if I buy direct from the brewery. Can't find it anywhere in the shops locally. So there we are. Kentish Ale. I would rush out and buy you again. What would I give you as an overall score though? You could be hoppier. That I would appreciate, but you are what you are. You're a nice, light, summery ale for those who like real ale, but don't want to go as light as a golden ale. So I'm going to give traditional Kentish ale from Shepherd Neame via the way of Sainsbury's 4 out of 5 on the old Untapped score sheet. So there we are, ladies and gents, boys and girls. There's some buttons down there. You've got a like, dislike, comments and subscriptions. Use any combination of them that you so please. And I will see you again soon for another video. Bye.